This is a solemn but a glorious hour. The forces of Germany have surrendered to the United Nations. The flags of freedom fly over all Europe. We join in offering our thanks to the Providence which has guided and sustained us through the dark days of adversity.
It's May 8, 1945, and over the radio comes the voice of President Harry S. Truman announcing the end of the war in Europe. For the past 5 years, the war has consumed Europe, and since December 1941, the United States has joined it, fighting across North Africa, the Mediterranean, the European mainland, into Germany and into Berlin, and now the war is finally over.
The Allied armies, through sacrifice and devotion, and with God's help, have wrung from Germany a final and unconditional surrender. The Western world has been freed of the evil forces which for 5 years and longer have imprisoned the bodies and broken the lives of millions upon millions of freeborn men. They have violated their churches, destroyed their homes, corrupted their children, and murdered their loved ones. Our armies of liberation have restored freedom to these suffering peoples, whose spirit and will the oppressors could never enslave.
But then the President reminds us that the war in the Pacific still rages. Who knows how many more months, years even, it will take to win the war in the Pacific.
The job ahead is no less important, no less urgent, no less difficult than the task which now happily is done. I call upon every American to stick to his post until the last battle is won. Until that day, let no man abandon his post or slacken his efforts.
President Truman concludes his proclamation by calling for a day of prayer to give thanks for the victory.
I call upon the people of the United States, whatever their faith, to unite in offering joyful thanks to God for the victory we have won, and to pray that He will support us to the end of our present struggle and guide us into the ways of peace.
The war in Europe is over.